Right now we move on to the first of this year's FA Cup semi-finals at Wembley. The whole of Sheffield seemed to be there for United against Wednesday. This two-horse race did finish, but it took some time. Commentary from Howard Wilkinson and Barry Davis.
Well, I would doubt if Wembley has ever seen so many balloons. Hundreds of thousands of them. The biggest order in the city by one man was alone for 100,000, and there have been several orders of 10,000 and 5,000. The city evacuated for the day as Sheffield comes to Wembley. United find a place for the hero of the sixth-round replay, hardly surprisingly, Mitch Ward, and for the old warhorse, Alan Cork. The two Bryans, Gale and Dean, have both recovered from injury, knee and groin, respectively. And Jamie Holland suffers the same fate as his father. His father, Tommy, was left out of the 1961 semi-final side, but at least the son has the chance to come on as a substitute. Wednesday welcome back their scoring machine called Paul Warhurst, and having come through, indeed scored in a reserve match at Liverpool, John Harkes, out for 5 games with a toe injury, gives the match an American flavour. For the record, only 2 of the starting cast are Sheffield-born, both in United side, Whitehouse and Ward. Sheffield United in the red and white stripes, Sheffield Wednesday in the blue and white stripes. The first FA Cup semi-final of a Wembley weekend, and as far as the city of Sheffield is concerned, it's their cup final. They've even put forward a trophy to be presented later to the winners of this match. Dean's first header, and Carr's, and Carr fouling Carlton Palmer. First free kick to Wednesday. And the second free kick to Sheffield Wednesday. Right, makes his way to the edge of the area, moving up and down, and he's followed by Dean everywhere he goes. Viv Anderson's come up on the near side as we look. Chris Waddle, is he going to have a crack? Oh, he does, and he scores! Anything Paul Gascoigne can do, Chris Waddle can do. Alan Kelly beaten before he touched the ball. It's happened again in a Wembley semi-final. Clean strike, curling away from the goalkeeper. Sheffield Wednesday had the lead, and we've barely played a minute and a half.
Yeah, and Kelly's got to be asking himself questions there. He never had a wall up, and it always looked as though Waddle might have a pop. I think the fact that it was very, very early in the game caught them all by surprise, but what a great goal. Tremendous strike.
Chris Waddle is prepared to admit he doesn't score as many goals as he should, but he'll remember that one for a very long time. It's only his 3rd of the season, but what a telling strike. Alan Cork, the sort of player that Sheffield United will need to turn to, like Chris Waddle, hugely experienced. Probably not quite as skillful, but certainly full of endeavour. Here's Carr, got a bit of space at the back. That's the first threat. Wasn't a good clearance. Gannon! He's unlucky. Wasn't a good clearance by Sheffield Wednesday, and it presented the chance. And Gannon tried for the curler into the top corner. And didn't quite make it.
Yeah, and Trevor's going to be worried about this because it came off a throw-in that looked as though it had been rehearsed, and Sheffield United, as Trevor is well aware, will capitalise on any set-piece situation which they're given.
Here's Franz Carr. John Harkes to Wednesday's rescue. Waddle, right over to the right. Warhurst the other way. Good run down the middle by Sheridan. Hits it early. Good running and good awareness. Now Carr wouldn't run on enough for him. And the linesman on the far side confirms that it's a goal kick. Don't think the man with the beard agrees. Here's the break by Chris Waddle. Here he is again. He's getting an awful lot of room. And Warhurst tries to get through the back and does! And it comes off the top of the bar. Really ought to have been 2-0.
Yeah. In those situations up to now, you could put your life, your mortgage, anything on it. Perhaps he's had, you know, up to now he's done most of his good work, one touch. There you are, he's had 3 touches there. I think he can only score them 1 and 2 touch.
The noise is all coming from the end to our right as we look. Where the colour is blue. Look a bit stunned at the other end. Each club given 34,000 tickets. Better from Whitehouse. Cork trying to get in front of Viv Anderson. That didn't succeed. Oldest man on the pitch, Viv, 36. And the next oldest was the one trying to take the ball off him. Whitehouse, Dean at the back. Got a good clean header at it. But couldn't bring it back enough. Plenty of power in the header.
Yeah, once again, another cross off another throw-in and another strike.
Waddle. Looks to get Harks through. Free kick is against Cork. It's quite a strong physical contest. It usually is when Cork is around, bobbing up and down. One cleanly. And a wonderful strike. Everything that Sheffield Wednesday do that's good. Chris Waddle has a say in it. Hit it quite superbly. It was actually a stronger shot than the one that produced the goal, but this one went wide.
He's been saying all week about his goal-scoring ability or lack of it, and there you are, inches short. He's had 2 strikes today, could have finished up with 2 goals.
Palmer. Living a little dangerously. Warhurst did well. This is Sheridan. Looks for help outside. Harks. Worthington in the box. And Waddle. Good save. Good kick given against Carlton Palmer.
At 1-0, Sheffield Wednesday have to be a little bit cautious here, because if you give Sheffield United enough of these situations, they can get something off them.
Good punch by the goalkeeper, Cork, and the goalkeeper was fouled, says the referee. And Woods has stayed down, and he fell very heavily indeed. So
it's the fall. As you can see there, he's fallen with his left elbow slightly underneath him. Probably jarred the joint there at the top.
Final turn of the neck, and Chris Woods well enough to take the kick himself. On by Hart. I think Gage took his eye off that. Paul Warhurst. Good strike! And the follow-up, it came too sharply to Mark Bright. Tremendous effort by Paul Warhurst. Really rattled the angle of post and crossbar, and it came off the woodwork so hard that Bright didn't have any chance of controlling it.
And not really a lot. Pemberton's done everything right, but it's just his pace, and he's on his good side. One touch and wallop. And you can see there why he's scored the goals he has already. And Pemberton is no slouch. Probably the quickest lad out there in red and white this afternoon.
He's one of the fascinating things, Howard, that, I mean, he really seems to have the instinct of a striker, Paul Warhurst, and of course that's not what he thought his role in life was.
His pace is a tremendous asset, gets him into situations.
This should be a bit more comfortable for Pemberton. The best of clearances, though. Carr does well. That's a better ball. Alan Cork. He's got Dean up if he wants. It's going to slide in. Yes, it's 1-1. Chris Waddle trying to get back to deny Alan Cork. The first really good ball that Franz Carr has played in this match. And he plays in Alan Cork. And there will be enormous delight in London as well as in Sheffield about that goal. The last minute of the half. And Waddle just couldn't get there.
That stoppage there to the goalkeeper, probably as much as anything, and Sheffield Wednesday hitting the post contributed to that. The two centre-backs lose concentration, both of them out of position. Carlton Palmer way ahead of Cork, but all credit to Cork. What a tremendous finish under pressure. Dave must be feeling a lot happier now, because I would think it's half-time talk. He's going to put a lot of things right out there, and one of the things he would have thought he was going to put right was the goal deficit. And now they go in and they come out and start the game all equal again.
That's the position at half-time. Goals at either end of the first half. Waddles in the second minute of the game. Corks in the 44th. 1-1 at half-time. Well, it was in Sheffield that the first organised game of football took place on Boxing Day 1860 between Hallam FC and Sheffield FC. And here in the semi-final of the FA Cup of 1993, two Premier sides of a city enjoying its centenary are at 1-1 as we start the second half. How much has the psychological balance shifted as a result of Cork's goal that made it 1-1? Flag was up on the far side. Two linesmen are John Hilditch of Stoke on the far side and Rob Harris of Oxford on the near. Gannon, Anderson, Brighton Gale, Warhurst. Well from Waddle's cross to Harks. Waddle is wide on the right, Worthington on the left. Robert Nielsen. Sheffield Wednesday pushing it around again. And right underneath it on the swivel with Paul Warhurst.
He'll be disappointed with that. Disappointed he didn't hit the target. He loves that one-touch finish, and he can see the goal. He's put more difficult ones away than that this season.
John Harks. Just a suggestion in those last three challenges that Sheffield United are going to make their presence felt a little bit more. There's another little niggle. Wilson. Good play by Hodges. It was at the start of it. Waddle. Little flick on from Harks, if it had just... Oh, it's a good try. Warhurst again. Thinking if that flick on hadn't come, it was going to drop just where Sheridan wanted it. And finally, when the shot did come, it was well struck indeed by Warhurst. There was Sheridan, had to back away. Warhurst didn't stand on any ceremony, hit it very cleanly. Whether Warhurst is feeling the groin a little bit. Alan Smith down to make some inquiry. Wilson. Whitehouse, playing in the W formation. Pemberton, who flattened Warhurst, and that could be the last involvement that Warhurst has in the match. The number 9 is being held up, and the number 12 is waiting to come on, who was the number 9 that Sheffield Wednesday wanted, and Manchester United wanted, and England wanted. Warhurst has done as well as he could, really not 100% fit, and on comes David Hurst.
Normally you're quite pleased to see a striker like Warhurst limp off, but in this case, you know, who'd welcome David Hurst to be coming on and playing against you?
Sheridan, Bright, if he hits it first time, and he tried. Good effort.
Again, just shows you the influence here. John Sheridan, perhaps not as much in this game as Chrissy Waddle, but if you give him the room, he'll put that ball on a sixpence.
This is Carr. He's never going to beat them if he'd have gone on the running track. Just hounding him into the corner. Oh, that's a mistake by Pemberton, and this is David Hurst. Got back well, did Pemberton.
That recovery there just outlines the pace of Warhurst. In the first half, Warhurst got away from Pemberton and left him. On that occasion, David Hurst, who was one of the quickest in the Premier League, gave Pemberton 2 yards and Pemberton caught him.
Hurst waiting in the 6-yard area. Bright on the near post. Won by Dean. Whitehouse. Gage. Past the halfway point of the second half. Still 1-1. Goes from Waddle in the second minute and Cork in the 44th. Here's Bright. Hurst. Sheridan, if he can come outside his man, and here is Waddle. A touch disappointed with the finish to the move. Free kick against Dean. Quickly taken. Wilson. Waddle. Looking for and picking out Hurst with a beauty. Well, he's had a couple of sighters now, David Hurst. But what a pass by Waddle.
Yeah, he's had a season, the sort of season strikers are not too keen on. You know, you can tell that he's lacking football match practice at the moment. But again, you know, very, very telling contribution from Chris Waddle.
Waddle. Hurst. Worthington outside. Right. Hurst in the middle. This is Harks. This is Bright. Good tackle. John Pemberton. Waddle. Hurst.
Well, there were telling moments in the first half, particularly when they hit the woodwork, but here the tackle from Pemberton. Sheffield United lads might look back on this and say that was a tackle that maybe kept them in the game and might even win them the game.
Sheffield Wednesday in their 16th semi-final. They've won only 5. Only success since the war was in 1966 when they beat the young Chelsea side and then lost the final from 2 goals up to Everton. Sheffield United, 11th semi-final, they won 6. The only post-war success was in '61 when they lost. And here's Hurst! Second time of asking from Kelly. But another chance comes and goes.
Terrific ball from Waddle. Bright's done everything right. David Hurst coming there very quick, very late, on his favourite left foot. He's kept it low. Kelly's made a tremendous save. Tremendous save.
Extra time looms. Hodges. Cork. Whitehouse. Looked like a bit of an arm there, but he got away with it, did Ward. Waddle. Lots of movement. Picks out Worthington. Inside is Harks. Hurst and Bright in the box. Waddle again. It's coming to Sheridan. Still 3 weight. Bright tries to hold it up for Sheridan, who curls. Good save. Lovely play by Sheffield Wednesday. A controlled move. The longer cross that found Sheridan was of intent. The move that he made was of intent. The shot was a good one, and the save was that little bit better.
And Kelly's more than made up for any blame which might have been apportioned to him for the first goal.
Curled in again. Anderson is up. Beaten to it. Just over 2 minutes away from extra time. Whitehouse. Sheridan. Wright makes the run left or right. Waddle available left now of Harks. Sheffield Wednesday ending the 90 minutes on the up. Pemberton's header. Hodges. Only to Anderson. Worthington. Waddle. Hurst, they're looking for the flag, it doesn't come. Harks, good save and well held. And Bright is furious that that ball wasn't pulled back. Doesn't last too long, the irritation.
No, I think on reflection he's possibly more angry with Kelly, because Kelly's done very well. I think Harks did as much as could be expected in this situation, particularly as he's right-footed. But Kelly's got down very, very well again.
Won by Anderson. Gannon from distance. The referee now blows the whistle that takes the match into extra time. After 90 minutes, you can't separate the two sides of the city of Sheffield. Sheffield United 1, Sheffield Wednesday 1.
Okay, everything in the box, all 3 kicks gone into the box.
And the teams are back as they were at the start of the match. Carlton Palmer, during the break, has had an injection to sort out a problematical toe. And Sheffield United have made one substitution. They brought on Jamie Hoyland in place of Glyn Hodges. And there's going to be an attack down the right, one assumes, at the start of the second half, as they've got 3 men out here. But when it comes, the ball drops too short. John Sheridan. David Hurst gets up a little gingerly. Here's Cork. And Palmer totally confident in what he was doing, and he told his colleague on the far side, Nielsen. Sheridan. 15 minutes each way. And if they can't decide it, then there will be a replay at Old Trafford. Here's Worthington. And it's loose in front, and Hurst, an amazing save by Kelly. Absolutely amazing. slid across his goal just as Hurst was on the point of celebrating. Bright for Sheffield Wednesday. Harks. And again Harks. And for a third time, hit it too strongly across the area. Waddle. Well, that wasn't too far high. Sheffield Wednesday starting the extra time in the same way as they ended the 90 minutes. But amazing stuff here from Kelly.
You'd need to be able to read tea leaves to predict this game now, because Sheffield Wednesday have had an unbelievable number of chances, and what with bad luck and good goalkeeping from Kelly, Sheffield United is still in the game.
Nielsen. Sheridan starts a good run down the middle and is found. And here's Bright. Wilson. Waddle available on the right. Takes on Whitehouse. And Pemberton makes the clearance for the corner. Waddle with the corner. Got a bit of a flick on, away by Gannon. Flick on was off a defender's head. Sheridan. All Sheffield Wednesday. And Bright. Oh, and another brilliant save. Alan Kelly. Breaking Sheffield Wednesday's hearts. Couldn't have seen it too well. Through the crowd there. Got the left hand out.
Can't see it at all. Absolutely magnificent save.
Dean's header went straight to Bright. Well, there have been many moments on the route to this semi-final when Sheffield United must have felt they were going out. There have been plenty here during the semi-final, but they're still in business. Waddle comes inside. And it was turned away by Gage from the oncoming Harks, but it doesn't matter because we're at half-time in extra time. And it's still 1-1 because of this man, Alan Kelly. Two stupendous saves in that first period of extra time. They had so many chances, Sheffield Wednesday, in the match. But they still have to win it. On we go. 15 minutes left. Nielsen for Wednesday. Waddle. Not the best of clearances by Cork. Sheridan. Good challenge again by Pemberton. He's made some crisp ones when they've been needed. But here's Hurst. Bright waiting to go forward. Harks on the far side. Bright. Good tackle by Gannon. Away by Gale. And Dean gets a second chance, but Woods quick to nullify the danger. On my right. Well, to get even a touch to that, Harks. Wilson. Worthington on the overlap. And Carr, who came with him, puts it out for yet another corner. Five in corners now. Bright! And in the end, the easiest goal you could wish for. And where was the man marking him on that post?
Yeah, they'll be very, very disappointed. Tiredness maybe affects the concentration. You see Brian Dean there, gets dragged under the ball, leaves Bright with a free header. And for once, Alan Kelly can do nothing, absolutely nothing about it.
Gannon. And a last-minute goal in round 3 that produced a 2-2. Sheffield United looking for one here. Carr hopeful, but it comes down instead to Harks. Dive in by Gage, which was understandable. The last minute is well into its course. This is Carr. He's got to get it across. Got no help close at hand. But it's a throw. Woods comes, gets an excellent punch. And Sheffield Wednesday will be back at Wembley to play in the FA Cup final. Mark Wright, the scorer of the winning goal, takes Paul Warhurst for a ride. Chris Waddle in the final. He was there with Tottenham. He will hope for a better outcome this time, and of course he might meet Tottenham Hotspur. He scored the first goal. Cork equalised, and Bright scored the winner in extra time. 106 minutes in total. Sheffield United's run comes to an end. Sheffield Wednesday are certainly getting to know Wembley.
Yeah, and Kelly, you know, will be the goalkeeper that should be remembered and won't, because he's with the losers, and there's a fellow who should be remembered and will. Chrissy Waddle, who perhaps more than anybody has got Sheffield Wednesday into the final of the FA Cup this year.
It's only the semi-final, but Trevor Francis climbs the steps at Wembley in search of his wife Helen and his 2 sons, James and Matthew.
It's an unfortunate question to ask you, but having lost in a game like that, you must feel so very, very low.
Yes, one feeling is like having the heart ripped out of you, really. I think I've gone through every emotion today. It's just, I think everybody's gutted for the fans, and obviously the team down in the dressing room at this present time, you know, everybody's very visibly upset.
Well, it's no good at sort of feeling sorry for ourselves. You know, you're disappointed. It'll go down in one of your memories, and, you know, you'll always look back and think what might have been. But we've got a battle on our hands. We've got 8 league games, and we've got to retain our Premier League status, and we're going to have to show our character and attitude and stop feeling sorry for ourselves today. That's history now. You know, we did well. It was a great day for the city. Best of luck to Sheffield Wednesday. You know, we've got to make sure we try and stay in the Premier League now.
What a magnificent start.
Oh, I mean, it's something you dream of. I mean, to play at Wembley, just love to score a goal and to score a free kick like that. I didn't know what to do when I scored. Didn't know where to run, didn't know what to do. And I just said to John Sheridan, would you? And I just said, I'm going to hit it. And he thought I said, are you going to hit it? I thought I was too far out. I just thought I hit it. Yeah, it hits the back of the stand or it goes in, and lucky enough it went in.
Very similar to a goal your old friend Paul Gascoigne scored here a couple of years ago. Had he reminded you about that goal in the past?
Never heard the end of it for 2 years. But that was a great goal on a same occasion, semi-final FA Cup. It wasn't to be made. A lot of people said, because Gaza did it, you tried it. And I said, you know, it's not. Honestly, it was just there. It was just a spur of the moment.
Did you think it was going to be your day?
Before the game, before we went out, Trevor said something which he's never said before. He just pulled me to the side and just said, you know, it's going to be your day today. You're going to score the winner. And it just made me raise my eyebrows. And, you know, I hoped it would be. But when it went to extra time, you know, I just still thought that, you know, we had the ability to win it. I thought we played the better today. And Chris Waddle thought it was inspirational.
Are you beginning to find this managerial game as exciting as being a player?
No. I'd love to be on that field playing today. There's no substitute for that. But it's not too often you get to 2 cup finals in one's career as a manager.
They might need you for one of them.
Well, we've got plenty of forwards in reserve, but I may just pick myself for one of the finals.
Well, Alan and Trevor enjoyed that match today. And Alan, it looked a match to enjoy, played in a wonderful atmosphere.
Well, that's right. I mean, considering what was at stake, it was a high-quality game, played in a very competitive spirit, but the supporters were phenomenal on both sides, and that's always great to see.
Right result, do you think?
I think it would have been a travesty if the result had gone the other way.
Trevor, United had to contain Waddle, didn't they? And they simply couldn't do that today.
That's right. I mean, the whole side played well. I thought Carlton Palmer at the back, his central defence was superb. He prefers actually playing midfield, but I mean, he looks so accomplished at the back. But for me, there was only one player who turned it, particularly in the first half hour, Chris Waddle. So much involved was he that, in fact, it was him working back, which he doesn't often, who played Alan Cork onside for the goal. And so, you know, but it was going forward, which, you know, he just unlocked their defence almost at will. In central midfield, you know, he picks the ball up here, and he has time. His first touch is always so good. He's got balance. He twists and turns. You know, wrong foots people, and you know, he never hurries the ball and just picks his time, looks up, and he just clipped that one out wide. You know, he always seems to have that little bit more time than other players. I think the key to it was that opening half an hour. United didn't seem as if they sorted out whether they wanted to push the full-back in on him or a midfield player was picking him up. So he kept getting it deep like that and running into this space, looks up, with his right foot there, we'd be pleased with that one. Perfectly weighted for John Sheridan. Oh, Alan Kelly just in the middle of the goal. It could have gone either side, but it's his weight of pass. It's a good... I mean, we always, you know, in the past, I think, talk about him running and taking on defenders. But his weight and release of the ball is so good. And here, of course, Warhurst, we know his acceleration. A little nudge there, gets him away. And at this stage, you think, well, it's going to end up in the back of the net. But he just got him tucked underneath and clipped off the crossbar. Chris Waddle would be pleased because he had his shooting boots on as well, didn't he, today? I mean, cracking opening goal. He hit one as well with his right foot from a tight angle, but this was a superb strike with his left. I mean, it couldn't have got closer to the post, and Kelly wouldn't have got to that. I mean, you know, it just must have clipped it on its route. We saw a couple of ground passes in the first half. This is now the second half. Now, we talk about a long ball, but he's picked out somebody specific, and he drives it at such pace the defender can't get back to adjust. That's David Hurst there who chests it. But we've spoken about in the past, well, we never used to pass the ball long, and everyone says about the long ball is an up and under. But Chris Waddle shows you, and again here, this is what we term an accurate long pass. He looked up again with his left foot. He drives it. You couldn't have put it more inch perfect. Mark Bright into space. He hasn't got a break stride. The defender's got no chance. I should think his tongue's hanging out at this stage. And he holds it up, and then David Hurst joining. A superb save by Alan Kelly. But I mean, that was Chris Waddle's day, spraying the ball around, always having that bit of time and space. Terrific performance. I mean,
was it a difference for you as well?
Well, we've waxed lyrical about him all season, and no apologies again, because in the first half hour he was different class, he really was. And I'll tell you what, you'll go a long way to see a better performance than he had in the first half hour today.
And what a start.
Well, the goalkeeper played magnificently all day, but actually got off to a bad start here because really he should have a wall up. A great free kick from Waddle. But if there's a wall there, he must demand the wall. The goalkeeper must demand the wall. If it was there, it'd be more difficult for him. But after that, he was just excellent. This is a save from Hurst. He comes in, hits it first time. Kelly gets low down to his right-hand side. Not only does he save it, but he gets back up and reacts quickly to save it again before Hurst comes in. And this is Sheridan in the ball. He plays it into right, and Sheridan actually moves quite well here. Good movement, comes in, hits it first time left peg. And another terrific save from Kelly. And his handling and his position all afternoon were excellent and spot on. Really were. And this is Worthington, the byline. Gets the byline, decent cut back. Hurst comes in. He's got to score there. But somehow Kelly gets his right foot to it and clears the danger. But for me, this was definitely the save of the day. Bright comes in and hits this. First time left peg. He sees it late, gets down one-handed, left-hand side. Tremendous save. And Sheffield Wednesday at that point must have thought they were never going to get the second goal.
He can't be far off an international place, I would have thought.
Well,
Kelly
playing like that, he's played well right throughout this cup run.
Right. Well, we'll talk about tomorrow's game in a few minutes' time. But there were also 6 Premier League matches today. The details now from Gary Richardson. Reminder, we open for business tomorrow morning at Wembley at 11:45. Hope you'll be with us. My personal thanks this evening to Merseyside Police for helping me get back from Aintree for tonight's programme. The 1993 Grand National will go down in history for all the wrong reasons. Better to remember this sporting weekend so far for a splendid occasion at Wembley earlier today. We'll all see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Chris Waddle, is he going to have a crack? Oh, he does, and he scores! Anything Paul Gascoigne can do, Chris Waddle can do. That's a better ball, Alan Cork. He's got Dean up if he wants. It's going to slide in. Yes, it's 1-1. Right. And in the end, the easiest goal you could wish for.